Hello and welcome to Little Fishes this morning. It's lovely to see you joining with us. We're going to have a Bible story and a couple of songs this morning. I wonder if you can tell what Bible story we're going to have by looking at our furry friends here that have joined us. Well, we'll find out after the first song. We're going to start by singing that Jesus' love is very wonderful. 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 Oh, wonderful love. So wide you can't get round it, so high you can't get over it, so low you can't go under it. Oh, wonderful love. Now you've been reminded of it. Shall we sing it again? Are you ready? Jesus' love is very wonderful. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Oh, wonderful love. So wide you can't go round it, so high you can't get over it, so low you can't go under it. Oh, wonderful love. Brilliant, well done, and thank you for joining in. Well, our story is about somebody who knew that God's love was very wonderful. So wonderful indeed that he would do anything to keep praying to his wonderful God. Let me introduce you to our main character this morning. This is Daniel. Can you say hello to Daniel? Daniel is somebody who knows God and loves God, and he knows that God loves him. Daniel would do anything to keep his God pleased and happy. Daniel was very wise because God had blessed him, and the king had noticed how wise Daniel was. This is our king for today. So the king had made friends with Daniel and put Daniel into really important places and do really good jobs. And it came the notice of other people that the king favoured Daniel. Just going to put the king back here. And Daniel's going to go off to do some work for the king. This is another person who lived in the kingdom. And he wasn't very pleased with the way that the king favoured Daniel. So he came up with an idea to bring down Daniel and to make Daniel not look so good to the king. He went up to the king one day and whispered in the king's ear, "I have seen some other people who are praising things other than you, and you are so good and so big and wise, king. I think people should only bow down to you." "What a good idea," said the king. So the king made a new rule. "I declare that if anybody bows down to anybody other than me, they shall make a yummy lunch for my lions." So a statue was made and everybody had to bow down and worship the king. Should we put them back here for now? This one's very pleased with himself. Somebody who's not so pleased, though, is Daniel. Because Daniel knows that he should only bow down and worship God. So 3 times a day, Daniel would go into his room, shut the door, and he would bow down and pray to God and not pray to the king. This made this man very happy, and he told the king what was happening. "You made a law that people could only bow down to you, king." "I did. You said it was a good thing to do." "I did." "Well, I know somebody who's bowing down to a different god," said the king. "Who's this?" "Daniel," said the man. "Daniel?" Oh, the king was cross. He knew that he had been tricked, but what could he do? He had made a rule and he had to stick by it. So he called Daniel to him. Daniel, Daniel, yes, your majesty, you must go in with the lions because you have broken my law. I ask that God be with you, your God, may he save you when you're with the lions. So Daniel got thrown into the lion's den. That sounds quite a scary thing, doesn't it, to be thrown into a lion's den? I wonder whether Daniel was scared. Daniel went in with the lions and he stayed there overnight. But the lions didn't hurt Daniel because an angel came down and closed the lion's mouth. And so Daniel spent quite an okay night in with the lions. We'll pop them over there, shall we, relaxing in their okay night. The king, worried about his friend, didn't sleep at all that night, and he rushed down to the lion's den in the morning. He opened the door. Daniel, Daniel, did your God save you? And Daniel came out of the lion's den and told the king that God had sent an angel to shut the lions' mouths and to look after Daniel. Isn't that a lovely story? Daniel was looked over because Daniel put his trust in God and he prayed to God, and he knew that even in worrying times when we might be afraid, when there might feel like there's things like lions at the door, that his God would look after him and care for him. We're going to sing another song now that speaks and sings about how wonderful God's love is. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. The rivers are his, the mountains are his, the stars are his handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. Well done. Well, thank you for joining us this morning. And I hope that you remember during the week that if something scary comes along, or if you feel unsure about anything, then you can simply bow down and pray to your God like Daniel did, and God will help you and be with you, because the God that we follow is big and strong and mighty, and there's nothing that he cannot do.